Hello everybody, welcome to joining me on a little journal session. I end up doing 2 pages ish and some random stuff. So my journal isn't particularly in chronological order because sometimes I want to paint, sometimes I want to do something more scrapbooky. So I really kind of just tend to, it is fairly in chronological order, but not massively. So I tend to just kind of like flick through and find the type of paper or background that I want to work with. Often if I'm doing some sort of drawing, painting, art, something like that, I very often want to start with a blank white background. So I will end up just kind of like jumping ahead to those pages. This journal was actually given to me as a gift, and yeah. So what I'm trying to say is that I love this journal, but it wasn't necessarily like my choice of paper in there, if you see what I mean. So that's why I kind of jump around, because just basically the way I'm using it, it's really weird. There's nothing wrong with the journal. I love the journal. I know, such a really long-winded way of saying it. Love the journal. But then, there's a mixture of watercolour paper and different papers and things. And if I'm doing like an arty thing, a drawing, a painting, I do prefer to start with a blank background, and that's just the way I work. So where there's like scrapbook paper in the journal, I don't always work with those, so I'll kind of like skip those pages, but then I'll end up kind of like going back to them at kind of like a later time, and then I'll just sort of like, use it for, like I'm doing now, adding some pictures in, or die cuts, or collage, or whatever. This journal also has some acetates in there, which I adore. I adore acetates and vellums and things like that. I absolutely adore them for kind of like giving a little bit of something else. Like, I love kind of seeing like some transparencies through things. Love it. And the particular one that she's used to bind in there is actually one of mine. So it was one of mine that I designed and had printed. So the black marks, X's, crosses, whatever you want to call them. Love. So I knew I wanted to use that for something. I didn't want these 2 pages to kind of like go to waste, because I really wanted to use that acetate. So this collection that I'm using is my recent snapshot documented collection, which is all it's really fun and whimsical and bright, and is all about documenting your life, taking photos, selfies, social media. And I just covered the scrapbook paper that was already in the journal. I just covered that with some of the paper that goes with this collection, just to give it a background. And I use one of the frames, it's like a fake Instagram frame. And the photo that I'm using is printed on glossy photo paper, and it's actually so we're in August now, but this photo is actually from my birthday in February. It's kind of like a selfie that I kind of like, and so I just thought I'd added that in. And so I'm kind of at the end of the day, scrapbooking and journaling, a lot of it is documenting the past. Like, we use planners for planning forward, don't we? And so scrapbooks and journals, they're all about documenting. So, it doesn't really matter the fact that I'm documenting something that happened months ago. Doesn't really matter. Just sometimes you have to like hold on to these photos and things until you either have the time to do something with them, or the motivation, the inspiration, all those kind of Asians. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you have this photo and you're just like, I really like this photo, but I don't know what to do with it. Or, you know, you don't necessarily feel like in a place where you can document what happened or, you know, based on your feelings or anything. But it's fine just to kind of hold on to those, keep them in a safe place, and, you know, the opportunities will end up presenting itself to you either with your mojo comes back, or your inspiration, or you'll stumble across a collection that you just think, you know, like really, really works with that photo. So yeah, that's kind of what happened here. And I spent so flipping long going backwards and forwards. This is why sometimes I really like to pull out a collection and just use that one collection, because sometimes I can just spend way too long faffing and fanning around trying to find the perfect sticker, the perfect paper, the perfect whatever it is. And actually sometimes you need to kind of get out of your head more and just think, like, does it really matter? It's in a journal. I'm doing this for fun. I'm doing this to record or document my memories. Like, what is perfect anyway, you know? I'm very guilty of that. I am very, very guilty of spending like forever faffing and fanning around trying to find the perfect sticker, the perfect embellishment. And to be fair, even though I'm only using one collection here and everything coordinates, I still spend way too much time faffing around trying to find the perfect sticker. Oh, yeah. So sometimes that's my advice to you, is like, if you want to do some creating, maybe kind of get some bits out and limit yourself to just a couple of things that you're going to use, so that you actually spend your time creating and enjoying the creating process, rather than just spending all your time trying to find the perfect sticker, unless that's what you enjoy doing. I mean, let's face it, you know, I also enjoy handling the stickers, handling the paper and looking through them. That is also something that gives me pleasure too, you know, so there we go. And that's what this is all about at the end of the day, isn't it? Finding those little moments of peace and joy and things that, you know, make you happy. And I have to say, like, I know, like, blowing my own trumpet and stuff here, sorry. But this is one of those collections, like, the colours speak to my soul, like the vibrancy of it, the quirkiness of it, like, just all, yeah, it's just very me. Very, very me, this collection. And so I just wanted to have like loads of fun using it. And so I used it. I used loads of the stuff in the end. As I say, I do a couple of pages with this kit, so I couldn't get my words out. So yeah, there's nothing like majorly like technique wise, but I just thought you might like to see how I kind of like the decision process. I've left everything in, so you can see where I try and place everything. This video is only sped up like twice the speed, so you can see that it doesn't really take me that long to put something together. I think all in all, doing everything that I did in this one creative session was about half an hour long. So yeah, it doesn't take long if you've got the stuff sort of like around you and you've got the mojo and the inspiration and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. Okay, so the next page I did, I ended up using like this, the other side of the paper and the acetate that I'd used in the first one. You could see that on the striped paper there's like ink or paint or whatever it was I used on the previous pages come through. You'll also see that I'm sticking down what looks like brown card. So we got a freebie with some of our ink and paper that we ordered for the business. We got a freebie of some photo paper, right? And so I decided to like print something out just to see what the paper was like. And by mistake, but a happy mistake, a happy little accident, ended up printing on the backing card of the paper product. You know, like the paper comes all like packaged together and you've got a backing card. Well, yeah, I ended up printing on that, and it was just like brown craft card. And I actually thought it looked quite cool. I actually thought it looked quite cool. It had like a kind of muted down version. So yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. So decided to go ahead with it. Oh, by the way, what you're looking at on the screen now, I forgot I'd done this little card, and I thought it might be cool to attach it to the acetate with a stapler. The stapler was just getting jammed, and I couldn't fix the wonky paper clips in there, so I ended up abandoning that idea. So the picture painted on brown cardboard, I thought it actually looked pretty cool, and so I decided to keep it rather than throw it away, and just stuck it in my journal. And I thought the colours, because I kept the scrapbook paper, as you can see, and the page next to it, I actually did that on camera and put it on YouTube as well. That was mainly using the Just Peachy collection, which I also still had on my desk from doing that. So I decided to kind of like mix it up a bit. I decided to kind of use both collections, just, you know, various different bits and pieces and elements from each collection, just to kind of like coordinate it all together really with the page it was next to. And it was just kind of fun. Just, you know, there was no agenda for it. There was no, like, as you can see, because I keep it all in, I keep my process in, so you can see that I just like play around with trying to put things in different places just to see what works. And yeah, that just shows you that there's no agenda. It is just a cathartic process of creating. And then I remembered again that I'd still got that little card. So I decided just to find it a little home in my journal, because I didn't want it to go to waste. And as I said, I really enjoyed using this collection, and I just kind of wanted to keep on using it, and I didn't really have anything else to do with it or anything else in mind. And so yeah, this is what I'm doing on these 2 pages. Well, I guess all of it was just for fun, really. You know, do you know what I mean? Like, the pages that I did before were just for fun. This is also just for fun. So just enjoying the process of sticking stickers in my journal. It makes me happy. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed having a little look at my process, my little thought process, my thought patterns, and how I create pages and all that jazz. Links to my Etsy shop if you want to buy this collection will be in the show notes of the video. And thank you for watching.